It may be quieter, but there's no lockdown in Sweden. Health experts, not politicians, are leading the response here, and they're just asking people to be careful. While large gatherings are now banned and long journeys discouraged, these lawyers, like many other Swedes, are still heading into the office.
I think it's difficult not to be worried, considering everything. But I think I'm worried enough. I try to follow the restrictions of the government, and I don't meet my parents or any other older people, at least.
The Netherlands and the UK abandoned that more relaxed approach when modelling suggested it could lead to many, many more deaths. They're now more aligned with others across the continent, shutting businesses, urging people to stay indoors. And even in Germany, where the mortality rate's relatively low, albeit rising, there is at the moment no end in sight.
Derzeit ist es so, dass die Geschwindigkeit der Ausbreitung des Virus noch...
The speed of the virus's spread, said Chancellor Angela Merkel's spokesperson earlier this week, is still far too high to ease the restrictions. Here, unlike in Sweden, it's politicians that make that call. Many in Sweden worry the cost of a lockdown could itself end up being dire.
I know that in Germany, people want politicians to decide like in Denmark. And they have very strict regulations, strict ban. But my counter question, is this durable? Can people stand this for weeks and months? I'm thinking of my own relatives. I can't see this. In the end, there will be riots, hunger riots, or desperate people running in the streets.
That's not to say it's ruling out tougher measures should the health system come under strain.
We may
at a later stage come to a situation when we need to close preschools and other schools, which is also now being prepared.
Lockdowns shield citizens from the disease now. In the long run, Swedes hope they'll be the ones who are better protected.
No one yet knows how many people contract COVID-19 without ever showing symptoms. If not many do, the risk is that in places like Germany and many other countries in Europe as well, that you might have a second or even a third wave hitting when restrictions are removed, because not enough people have contracted the disease and therefore perhaps built up some immunity.
In that scenario, one consequence of avoiding a lockdown could be more resilience later, because the disease wouldn't be able to spread amongst a population where many have already caught it and so can fight it off. But even Sweden's scientific community is divided. We don't know if having COVID-19 gives everyone immunity, and there may be less of a need for it if someone comes up with a vaccine. Guy Henderson, CGTN, Berlin.